just get to shut everyone off. Yeah, there's good. All right.
I got the news by our sort of landline, sort of in the living room, sort of ringing at 4:30 a.m., which it does not usually do. So I figured that this was probably a crank phone call, or there was some disaster in the laboratory, and sort of one of our low temperature freezers was warming up, and a crisis was occurring.
Your review transitions for everyone, so I think your
I let the phone just sort of ring and die, and then I thought, oh, okay, well, it must have just been a fluke, and so I started to head back into the bedroom, and then the bloody thing starts, ringing again, and it was dark, so I couldn't really see what I was doing. This particular phone doesn't have a lit display. So, I was just sort of trying to push a button to either turn it off or turn it on. And suddenly there's a voice on the other side of the line with a Swedish accent, sort of telling me that I had been sort of selected for the sort of Nobel Prize. So I thought it was pretty much it must be a crank phone call, except that, it sounded pretty official, and at least the mention of Harvey Alter and Mike Houghton suggested that it had maybe something to do with sort of hepatitis C. So, well, I think our work, sort of maybe for the first time actually sort of defined, sort of what a functional hepatitis C virus, genome, which is RNA for hepatitis C, was. I guess it sort of formally proved that you could actually sort of take this sequence, and actually engineer a derivative of it. So put it through sort of an artificial recombinant DNA purification scheme, and then basically show that could initiate virus infection in the only animal model which we had at that time, the chimpanzee. I haven't thought about it, but I'll probably give it away to some deserving entity. Yeah, I actually wouldn't feel comfortable using it for any kind of personal use.